Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to Project Zomboid, episode 71, which originally aired live on Twitch. So, the age-old recap, right? That's what I have to do first. We are, of course, still injured as a result of mall jumping shenanigans, and that's going to be a pretty serious limiting factor for a bit. Oh, okay, that's awkward. I enter the map, just shoving nothing. Again, nothing wins. So if we take a look here, I am regular, well, okay. I am a little bit large size dash, dropping weight though. We have, currently, it is 3 months and about 20 days in, having killed 1984, that's a good year, 1984 zombies. My health is still that I have a fracture. As you can see, anytime I have the minor pain moodlet on the top right, that means the fracture is still in effect. I do have comfrey poultice, and what I'll be doing, as I'm sure you all are aware, but in about 20 minutes I'll be taking input from you all. So I think what I'm going to do until then is just do the basic base tidying up and getting ready to actually take on tasks and the like. It does look like it is snowing out, but it's 45 degrees, so I think that's a lie. And immediately I'm just going to sleep. So, good start so far. Very solid start. Just a little bit extra sleep today. Still in pain. All right, let's apply the poultice. For that, we're going to have to... Oh, I can go right on. Okay, perfect. And the comfrey poultice is a little reminder, something that you would forage for. And it helps to increase the healing speed of fractures. With magic. So, yeah. Now, it does appear as if it is snowing, but it really shouldn't be, as it is in no way cold enough for snow. As someone that has lived in snowy regions a lot, this doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. It dropped, yeah, no, it's cold enough. I take that back. We're finally starting to get into winter. It's almost Halloween, in fact. Cruzio, thanks for the resub. And Dakin for the bits. No worries about yesterday. I completely understand. Okay, it's 44 degrees Fahrenheit inside, not outside. Therein lies the significant difference. I got it. So there is a fireplace here. I don't necessarily need to be using the fireplace just yet, but this is hypothetically what is going to keep me warm through the winter. This little guy right here. So, you know, I don't have fuel in it right now, but, that's going to be what we're relying on. Salcano, thanks for gifting out subs. I don't know why my stuff isn't making noises. My guess is extreme lag or something. Sometimes that happens. I should collect wood. Well, I'm going to be taking submitted ideas soon. Trademark. Another thing I might want to think about is ripping up, or rather harvesting, not ripping up, harvesting everything that I'm able to harvest, because soon it will be too late for that. Yeah, that sucks, no beeps. Let me tab out real quick and see about that. See about why that's happening. So excusez-moi. While I do that, I'm just going to assess the situation around. So, more reminders. We had, for the first time in a long time, some unexpected and relatively unwanted visitors to the base. We had a micro swarm. It wasn't a lot of people, but given the injuries that I have incurred and the fact that I'm not as mobile as I once was, it was still dangerous to me. We had that swarm come in, and they busted a pretty significant hole into the bottom of the base that I had to patch up. We don't have metal plates on the other side, so it is still possible until I have vehicles blocking all the windows, we are never going to be secure. That, of course, can be another goal, just to throw it out there. But, okay, yeah, my overlay program is totally broken right now. I can't even log into it, so I guess there's some sort of outage. So not much I can do about that. And here's my lovely garage full of vehicles. And in about 15 minutes time, or maybe the end of the day, something like that, I will take input from you all about things to work on next. I'm happy to work towards really any reasonable goals. I probably won't veto anything, I'll be honest. But if it's like, go sprinting, like, okay, I'm gonna have to veto because I can't really sprint anywhere. So we have this brand new truck that I brought home. It's in pretty much mint condition. Oh, it has changed over to rain. It is 33 out now. Yeah, there's probably some a lot of issues, hosting issues or something like that. I don't really know what it is. Doesn't really matter. The end all be all is I don't have sound alerts and there is zilch. Zero, nada I can do about that. Can't re-engineer it on the fly. They take a little while to set up. Oh, garage. So we're finally, that was, I guess, first snow, technically. We finally saw first snow. So we know that winter is coming. Jon Snow and the rest of the Starks were right. The winter comes for all. Survived until snow is a pretty good landmark. You're not wrong. That's a not insignificant thing to be able to say I did and I managed. So that's pretty cool. I think what I might do... Man, my XP multipliers are pretty awesome. Trapping might be a good thing for me to get done before I open up the submission boxes. So let me go ahead and grab... Oh. Well, I don't have carrots there. Grab all these frozen carrots and rearm what I can. Off. Off. There you go. I can kind of see there's weather right now. Thank you, radio, for stating the obvious. Will the water barrels freeze? I don't believe they do. I'm not really actually sure. I've not really lasted this long, so I'm very much a new territory. And as a result, I am going to be unable to answer a lot of these questions because most of my Zomboid playing has been first few months, not up to where I am now. So, despite my understanding of a lot of the game mechanics, having not experienced this part of it, it's new to me, it's new to you. Hobble out the window. It's hard to watch Ash having these kind of problems, isn't it? It's a little tough. Let me get rid of that so it's not behind me. I don't know about the minimum temperatures of plants, but from what I've read, or what I've been told... Oh, here is another tomato that has receded. What I've been told is that they are a lot less productive in the winter. Maybe some crops fully stop. I'm not going to fix that tomato. I have a lot of seeds, so it might be worth just experimenting and trying to replant. But my guess is I'm not going to be able to grow a significant amount of food between now and the deep freeze. Spend a little time rearming or rebaiting the lovely traps I have if they haven't been broken yet. Zombies do like to smash them. They've been known to do such. Yeah, and it can also get gas. Owning, or effectively owning a gas station makes that easy. I'm not driving very far, though, and there is most of a full tank of gas in the taxi already, which makes this sort of impossible to run out of gas, because I have spare gas. Well, not impossible, but, like, I'd have to really be trying. Oh, good. Nothing like backing up into a tree I didn't see. Where's the other trap? Oh, there's another tree. I think I might be down to one trap here. Yeah, it seems that way. This taxicab is just my beater. My everyday driver, obviously, but very much a beater car that I'm not really trying to keep mint. I'll just keep repairing it. In fact, there's an argument to be made that doing damage to it continually so that I have to repair it works to level me up. So, not an excuse so much for busting it up. Boy, I wish I had like a bike or scooter or something for this terrain. It'd be nice. There's other ways to signify traps. You can build signs to denote where the traps are. As signs, I don't believe, are targeted by zombies, so they're not going to get destroyed or anything like that. I could have placed traps way closer to the road, because I think it's pretty arbitrary where I place them. Just for, like, sort of lore and functionality reasons, I dumped them deep into the forest, but I don't think the game actually cares where they physically are, as long as it's not, like, on the road. This one over here clearly worked. ATV would be pretty cool too. And that is a chunker. That's a pretty big rabbit. Yep, still splinted. As I said, anytime you see this minor pain up here, it's an indicator that I'm still injured. Once that minor pain goes away, it's a pretty good indicator that I am no longer fractured, but I didn't actually do the math of how long I've had a fracture, but it can last a long, long time. Which is to say, I won't shy away from more daring tasks if you vote for them. I don't necessarily think it's a good idea to do a lot of urban exploration, as it would be a little risky, but I would do some. You want Alexa to play Despacito for you? Hey Alexa, play Imperial March. I remember when I was calling my my folks, and they were in an Airbnb or whatever, and I was like, obviously on speakerphone because I was talking to both of them, so I yelled like, "Hey Alexa, play Imperial March," and like it worked, and all of a sudden Imperial March was playing, and pretty loudly too. My parents were like, "What the hell?" Yep, it works. Have crawlers been updated to damage from under the vehicle? No, I don't believe so. If whoever you're referring to had that happen to him, chances are he didn't park correctly, because as far as I know, that meta has not changed, and I even proved it last stream. Last stream, I did have a crawler go underneath one of my vehicles and get stuck. He wasn't able to damage anything. He was just stuck underneath this black truck here. So I had to move the white van and then kill the zombie underneath the truck because he was unable to move at all. So it could have been that he left space between... Oops. Well, speaking of space. Left space between between the vehicle and the thing it was trying to protect, allowing the zombie to stand up. Because you really have to, like I'm doing now, you really have to shove things up against the wall for it to properly work, because your character can fit in pretty narrow spaces. So like these cars, for instance, I think the boards behind them are completely impervious. Let me go get gas now that I'm nearing empty. So those window boards are pretty impervious as a result of me using this vehicle here to shove the vehicles into place. But hey, I could be wrong. I'm just saying I have seen it work, and I've seen it work just 7 days ago, so I have no reason to believe it's fundamentally changed. Kamaru, thanks for the sub, by the way. Is that an ice pack? Yeah, it looks like it. An ice pack is used to make smoke bombs, I think. So, might be worth me picking that up. Anyone's hype train bugged? Mine says it level 1 got completed, so not mine. So not only did I fill the cab, I filled the gas can in the trunk of the cab, which is the spare emergency gas or whatever. I'm eating all the carrots that were partially baited. Basically, you cut a carrot in half and you put half the carrot as bait, so the other half of the carrot doesn't make for a lot of good food. Draconis, thanks for the sub as well. Cheers. This gas can. This trash can is a lot more attractive than the one I have in the base. Yep. I'm just gonna take you. You're prettier. How long till my thigh heals? I have no idea. You don't get to know things like that. They are variable. The thing about Zomboid is your injuries are, you know, you don't get to know the situation of your injuries. It doesn't give you that kind of information. So, I have no idea, in other words. But I did see that there was a sport battery here, and might as well take that. Maybe at higher levels, even at higher levels, it's not going to give you like a time to heal. It's just the game definitely prescribes to the notion of you're healed when you're healed. You won't really know exactly when that is. It's just you'll be healed when it happens. Hey, I'm starting to get sound alerts. That's good news. I guess that that service is back up. I'm just doing some tidying of the roads here because I have debris that I've left, and I might as well toss it out now rather than littering my neighborhood. I really enjoyed the social media trend of picking up trash. That was very cool. I've got to say, big fan of people that do that. Who cares about littering? You're not going to get a fine. It's true. No one's going to find me. So now, right on time, let me open up the submission box. Let's do that correctly. Done. And we'll be taking on project ideas. And Aiden, thanks for the sub as well. I guess you're the one that I was able to hear for the first time. Keep the rags for fires? It's so not necessary to keep the rags for fires because of the quantity of rags that I have available to me. That being literally thousands. Like, any zombie turns into like 50 rags, you know? You kill a zombie, you get a bajillion rags. So that's why I don't really care. Alright, that's a nicer garbage can. This other one can go outside. This is definitely an outside can. Put it between my fire starters. Oh yeah. Twisted fire starters. I read on Reddit that the lead singer of Prodigy became like a pub owner, and anytime that he was stoking the fire in his pub, he had a jar for people that would like reference Firestarter, which is a song that he was known for primarily, to find them essentially for being annoying. Condition of the generators down to 64%. At 50%, we're gonna have to switch jennies. At some point, I'll have the technical know-how to fix those. If there's any repeats, I will reject the newest of the submitted ideas so that you don't pay for them. If I reject redemptions, they get refunded entirely. So, and any creator can do that, but mind you, it's not just something I can do. So, if you ever have a problem with that, now you know. Keith Flint, yes. That would be him. I remember when those albums came out. So, let's see. I've got some planks, twigs, branches. I'm probably going to want a crate for fire stoking. So, what I'm going to do is let's... Wait, what's in my... Oh, yeah. I guess I did leave stuff in the dryer. I'm going to move the dryer on the other side and then put a box there for fire materials, as I think that would be a good thing to have entering the winter. Just a little bit. I'm not putting it here, I'm just building it here. Man. Broken. So slow. It's closed already, yeah. We only have room, physical room on the screen for 6 or 7 items, so I pause it at 6 or 7 items, so it's early bird catches the worm. And I'll be putting up that in just a second. I'm just, want to finish hobbling. Probably not safe having the dryer so close to the fireplace. In real life, yes, you should keep Flint, after Keith Flint. You should keep, you know, everything away from your dryer due to the lint and how flammable lint is. Lint is a very good fire starter in real life, so, as someone that has done a lot of outdoor wilderness stuff, it's always good to have flint and steel and some lint from a dryer to start fires, because if you're ever in a situation where you're, you know, an emergency situation where you need to start a fire, a lot of the times when you're in an emergency situation, especially if you're hypothermic, hypothermia is weird where, due to being as cold as you are, you'll also become stupid. Hypothermia will reduce your mental capacity considerably as your mind goes into like partial shutdown mode, and your fine motor control and things like that start to fail you. and it's very for that reason it's very important to make sure that you have easy ways to make, you know, fire, because your brain is not going to be able to handle complex ways. You're not going to be able to do like a bow fire, you know, or something tough like that. It's not going to work. You will freeze. Plus, bow fires are just so tiring as well. That's besides the point. Oh, all these clothes are clean too, I guess. And I guess they dried just like sitting in there. Oh no, the sweater's bloody. Never mind, let's put those back. Actually run it. And let's move the popsicle fridge away from underneath. We are just we're probably one harvest away from actually needing to deploy a second freezer, i.e. popsicle fridge. Are there gas-operated dryers? Yes, there are. Not in this game, but in real life, yes. I've had them before, too. As, depending on the price of natural gas, they can be cheaper to run than electrical ones. All right, let me get these options typed up for you all so you can all vote on what I do next. So we've got work on mechanics. We have got more traps for food. Read books. Now, the read books, I will add, I only have the remainder of this first aid book until I have no books to read, but that's fine. Find a sports car to fix up. Anti-fall walls around the garden, so wall fencing the garden. Accelerate time until rest until leg heals. I'll put it like that. Accelerating time is not that useful, but being more restful. Now the thing about the rest until the leg heals, it could be weeks, and I don't have the resources to be unproductive for weeks. Simply put. While y'all vote on those options, I am going to make myself some soup. Hey, automatic spray fire. I like it. Good luck, whoever just shot. Hope you survive. Swing. I really enjoy this swing noise. I mean, knowing that I'm butchering a dead animal changes the meaning a little bit, but still. Let's see. More cabbage. More carrots. That is a hearty soup. And then I'm going to use Kamazushi's method of, while I cook one soup, I'll prep the next soup to cook tomorrow, or the next time I require a meal, so that I spend less time prepping. It's smart, and I don't know why I hadn't done that before. Instead of just like reading, which is not necessarily the most productive of my time. Hey QR, welcome to YouTube, or YouTube. Welcome from YouTube. You know, the opposite of what I just said. Isn't 3 rounds burst fire? Yeah, was that a 3-round burst? Was that like an M16? Someone in Kentucky having their M16 go burr out here in the cold rain? That's what I'm assuming. Alright, and then this next uncooked stew gets tossed in the fridge for next meal. This one is still dangerous because it's not fully cooked, so we'll read. You've been binge watching on ×2 speed? I guess it's a good thing that I have kind of a deeper voice, because obviously on ×2 speed, the pitch of your voice goes up, so it would sound very squeaky if you accelerate too much on a high-pitched voice, wouldn't it? Alright, Mr. Soup. You are done. And I'll start this task that you're voting on over there. I'll start that tomorrow. No, not all. Oh, God. I'm glad I stopped that. I was about to put the refrigerated soup into bowls, which is not the way to cook. Okay, so now I have everything I need. I guess I can clear out those sad tomatoes, and we'll keep running the experiment of what am I going to be able to, like, at what point can I not plant anymore, will be the question. The base is impressive, thanks. Canadian Pagan, I appreciate it. I mean, it's a base to me. I feel like knowing more now than I did before, it would obviously be more impressive if I put more time into it, but I have community submitted goals, so part of it is that I don't focus on building up the base more than it is, and part of it is I don't have the tools that I necessarily need. Hey, Robs. Thanks for the resub. And Marion Deadeye. It's high noon. Welcome. Here, all your newcomers, this is the real star of the show, if he would raise his head here. Come on, buddy. There's another star, too, but she's in another room. I can holler at her. Let me try. Alright, just yelled to her. We'll see if she shows. So, all I have left for all of the reading that I currently can benefit from is just the remainder of this first aid book. And given that I have a fractured leg, let me speed read the remainder. Yeah, I've been getting the question of how did I break my leg a lot? And I think at this point, for understandable reasons, chat will answer, because I've answered it a few dozen times already. But the TLDR, I jumped out of a burning building, and I would probably be dead if I didn't jump, so it's good that I jumped. Very good that I jumped. So this little crate here is going to have fire supplies. So the first aid book that I just finished reading goes in. And let's grab anything else that I think I can use for fires. Rip sheets. Yep, just rip sheets. A wooden crate next to the fireplace? Yep. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Because this game doesn't have a concept of, you know, flammability. Nothing and everything is flammable. You throw a Molotov or whatever, everything burns. Brick burns, concrete burns. The game don't care. Everything burns. Except for cars. Cars are the only things that don't burn. It's the only thing that doesn't burn. Well, what I'm saying is there's no way for that furnace to catch. Like, fires won't spread unless you intentionally spread them, I guess. I don't really know how to phrase it the way I want it. That's more or less what I mean. Yeah, nothing catches fire until it's on fire, and then everything catches fire. Something like that. Yep. I suppose ground doesn't burn, but, like, that's a bit different. Alright, taking a look at your submitted polls. Fencing up the garden seems to be the winning choice. I'll just get started on that and write it down. So there it is, current project. This is going to be a very makeshift fence, by the way, because of the rain barrels are blocking me from being able to, like, actually truly fence up the garden. But I'm gonna head to sleep now. But it, you know, so I can't build on the other side of the rain barrels without laying down, like, floor panels, or, you know, it would be a lot more costly. But basically, I'm going to design it so that I can't fall out. Not that I have done a lot of falling out. I jumped purposefully out of a burning building. It wasn't that I, like, tripped and fell or anything like that. Alright, what's my weight at? It's dropping. Let me stay at peak weight, like I'm Mac from Always Sunny. Cultivating that mess. Yeah, I would need to build scaffolding, and I'm just not gonna do it. Unless that separately gets voted on, because it's just a lot more effort. Is the mall still on fire? It is. It is... Well, actually, it's sort of smoldered, I think. Let me back everything up. It's sort of smoldered because I went back there to get some tools that I accidentally left in a car. And it didn't seem like it was actively on fire. But without I guess Tusky never showed up. Without being able to walk around the mall on the inside quickly to actually see that it's on or off fire. Because if I get there, if it's currently raining and I get there, the only parts that are going to stop being on fire are the parts that I'm, like, looking at. So it's really not my advantage to go there until I'm a little bit more mobile. Plus, it's a dangerous place to be. So that's that too, right? Doing the little backup. Where the heck is my tusk? Here she comes. Come here, Floof. Come here, Floof. Whatever. She's just like, nope. You want me to pet her, though? Come here, right here. There you go. Alright, so let's start fencing up this, the garden. I don't think I have to fence the entire perimeter. Nor would I want to, because I don't have a sledgehammer to ever remove the fence. So fencing things is a very one-way trip. Because I can't unfence it without a sledgy. I can't anything without a sledgy. It has been the brutality of that sledgehammer. The mythical sledgehammer. Sledge what now? Yeah, that's how I feel. It's gonna still be a little dark out. Let me get my axe out, just in case there's... No, not... Ashley. I say his full name when he's in trouble. Alright, when I said it's going to be a little dark out, what I meant was, ain't no one gonna see anything. Okay, back to Yoda's camp. You paid for it, so. I can't see squat! Oh, the death count is, oh, yeah, okay, hold on. There we go. I'm using a different keyboard, so the binds are all screwed up. I should have brought, obviously I should have brought, rope to tether these together. Next time. Although this fence project I don't think is going to take a ton of time. If there was ever a place to screw up the binds, why wouldn't I screw up the binds with, my duck count? Just like, don't look at my duck count, guys. It's totally cool that my duck count is, well, we're up to 42 ducks now. I'm kidding. Streamer dice. Yeah, maybe we'll find some more ducks. I think hauling way overweight amount of lumber is probably not good for my leg, as I'm slowly getting hurt. Did I ever sacrifice those 2 ducks? Yes, I have. Oh, there we go. Minor damage now. I'm actually getting hurt. Yeah, my private forest over there is pretty safe. It's very unlikely that there's going to be zombies that way. If you want to see why, just !map and you'll see. You'll see why. If you zoom in, that private forest is not walled in entirely, but zombies would have to travel all the way down the shipping storage area to me, which is not an insignificant length of travel, which is why I'm just not worried about it so much. Wait, how is my saw still in my backpack? How the heck did I saw these logs with a saw that was in my backpack the whole time? I see problems with that. It's in my backpack, right? Like, it never came out of my backpack. How does that work? If I don't address something in chat, chat will probably address it. It's true. I don't address everything. Sometimes I actually leave it to chat because I'm like, I'll think to myself, yeah, like chat knows. Oh my god, Ash, no, don't do it. Okay, apparently I definitely cannot put fences behind the barrels because he just tried to jump and break more legs. Oh, these are seed-bearing tomatoes now, or 2 of them are. Ashley, don't do that. Tomato. Yeah, a goal of jump over the fence, not gonna be one I'm gonna honor. I do retain some veto. I'm very lax about what I'm willing to do, but breaking my legs or killing myself, not very high on that list of things I'm willing to do. Yeah, honestly, the installation of these fences, and I do acknowledge that they're like hideously ugly, but the installation of these fences is more dangerous than like not having a fence. Which is probably a little true in real life. Like if you lived, you know, if you had the rooftop of like a skyscraper or something like that, just not going anywhere near the edge is a lot safer than spending a considerable amount of time installing safety perimeters around the edge, which then puts you in the dangerous situation of being near the edge for a lot longer, right? I mean, it sounds weird, but honestly, like, sometimes making things safer is less safe. Mind blown. Not really. That wasn't really mind-blowing. But I can pretend. Alright, tomatoes. Bye-bye. Let's keep some of them in the refrigerator. Wait, how is there... Oh, that's a different freezer. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's a separate freezer. Alrighty. Let's go get put the trowel away. And then get some rope. Six should be fine. I don't think I'll be able to care more than that. Repulsive Pickle. Thanks for the follow. And Jodemu. Tusk has already left me. But I could try to call her back. Alright. I have attempted to summon the Tusk. I think she's gone. I'll pet Yoda. Oh. He appreciates the pets, too. So I really only have maybe like 2 more spots for fence pieces. So I really don't have that much left to do. So if these tomatoes just got harvestable, these ones are probably pretty close to being done. What happened to my bowl of food? Let me get rid of this plank. I don't need to be carrying an extra plank. Is 720p normal? No, you probably have to just refresh for the 1080. There just could be transcoding problems. I don't have a lot of drop frames right now, so I don't even think it's a Twitch thing. It's just it's a weird thing. Timmy Tortilla. Thanks for the follow. Is it possible to dismantle the big items downstairs? No. And possibly not even with a sledgehammer. Sledgehammers break most things, but not all things. So those big machinery pieces, I'm actually not sure about, but it's possible that they're permanent installations that will never be removed. You can break those with sledges? That's good to know. All the more reason why the mythical sledge is important. What I'm going to put up now is... Oh, that's not what I meant to do at all. The old pole. Well, oh, hold on. Let me finish that, because read books is impossible. So I'm going to open up... I'm going to open up the Point Redemption here. Just for a few more pieces of input. I may have rejected one of the submitted ideas for what I... Oh, there's a zombie up in front of me, I think. I think there was a zombie in that. Maybe the tree was just wiggling. Just a particularly wiggly tree. Alright, let's pause that. That's enough. Hobble on back. I'm getting actually very injured just from all of these lumber stacks. I mean, I can look for a sledge with a broken leg. It just is maybe a not so great use of my time, given the danger and the inefficiency. But that's not to say I won't do it. All your points go to Yoda. Hey, Tangier. Hey, Tangier, what you were trying to get my attention last night in Trust and Stream? I saw that you messaged me and I tried to message you back, but I never actually heard back from you. You wonder if the damage from wood collection hurts the heal speed? I'm not sure. What I can say is being a little hungry is hurting the heal speed, but probably not a lot. Like a difference of like less than %. I did Crash accidentally refund you for your... I clicked the wrong thing and meant to hit complete. So you're welcome. More points for you. More points for the Gryffindor. Ah, Tangier, you were wanting to help? I see. Cool. Alright, let's get you all voting. So what else got added? Go sledge searching. Now, I do believe that there's one decent spot. Does that fit? Yeah, that fits. One decent spot that I haven't searched, it's the cemetery sheds. I don't think that there's a high likelihood of me finding a ton of stuff in these cemetery sheds, but there's a possibility. So that would be somewhere to look. Now, just a reminder for the last channel point redemption there. I would work on that for 2 days, not till it's done. I work on these goals that you give me for about 2 days' time, roughly. But if it keeps getting re-suggested and voted on, I would work until it's done. But I just wanted to make that clear that it's not... I wouldn't spend it... Because my guess is it would take me roughly the remainder of this entire stream to actually finish it. And that's kind of a long time to spend. A little bit. Oh, poor little hobbly man. Yeah, I see the smoke. I'll get there. Wanted to smoke in the rain. Oh, and it stops raining. The moment I'm like, I want to smoke in the rain, the game's like, we heard you. All right, doing the opposite. Game's so troll. I think the real risk is when I'm back to normal speed without a fractured leg, I'm gonna feel like I'm invincible and probably get myself killed. I'm gonna be like, I can take on the world, and then I'll just get like swarmed and eaten. Like the, you know, it's actually a bit of a trope in horror films of like the hubris of a jockey musclehead going like, oh, I can take them all on, and then immediately gets like murdered. I really particularly like that trope myself, because it's brains over brawn, that one. Okay, I deem the fenced-in farm done. I also will openly admit it is about the most hideous retaining wall I could picture building. But the direct farming area is walled in now, so it's just it's hideous. That is, it would look a little better from ground floor looking up, because right now all the walls are hidden. Isn't there a bind to show walls? What is that bind? Key bindings. Maybe there isn't. I thought there was a way to show the, well, whatever. There probably is. I'm just not going to dig around there forever. I do really like how in this game you can trip and actually severely injure yourself. I find that funny in sort of a sad way. That it's legitimately a way that you could die in Zomboid. Tripping and falling, you can kill yourself. It's just like icing on the cake of how difficult this game is. That like running through the forest is a very dangerous thing to do. I find particularly endearing. You died when I ran face first into a brick wall. Yes, that was... I've done that a few times in the series, and it is pretty funny. Luckily, that doesn't tend to hurt you very much. But running through the forest where you can trip over roots and other things can lacerate you and get infected and kill you. When you were 5, you did that and you broke your nose. I know it sounds cruel, but I particularly like the videos of, like, children that are in glass mazes. You know what I'm talking about? I'm sure you've seen these videos. Children in glass mazes that, like, think they understand the glass maze or whatever and start sprinting through it, and then just boom, right into, like, plate glass. I mean, they never really get hurt. I don't think those videos ever go viral on the internet, because that's just a level of cruelty that is unneeded. But what's the German word for it? Schadenfreude or whatever? I'm sure I'm pronouncing it wrong. Where it's like getting the enjoyment, deriving enjoyment from the suffering of others. Or misfortune of others, maybe not suffering. And for me, very much so. Just like, yep, look at this dumb kid sprinting face first into a wall. Don't put you on a watch list. The suffering of children is hilarious. I mean, I don't know. I don't find it hilarious, but it's always, there is something quintessentially brilliant about slapstick. Like, humans, I mean, this gets to, like, what is humanity, but obviously slapstick humor where, like, people get injured is funny. Right? Like, people have made entire careers out of it. Like Larry, Moe, and Curly. You know what I mean? So, for whatever reason, at our core, we find it funny when others get hurt, when it's clear that it's not a mortal wound, right? When it's clear that it's not grievous harm or anything like that. It's actually rather hilarious. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. That's just who we are as humans. We find humor in that. And there's comedic value. No, actually, I take it back. My fenced area here, let me pan a little bit so you can see. Even when you see the walls, it is hideous. Which is funny because my skill is carpentry. I'm almost like I'm into the master level carpentry. And I've designed something so ugly that a homeowners association would probably torch my house to the ground. Laughter is contagious is also reduces pain. That's actually something I've seen. So, speaking about past experiences, I used to be, well, I used to be a software developer, and one that would get burned out doing software development. And what I would end up doing is every like year or two, I would sort of feel burned out enough that I would quit for a summer and be a summer camp counselor. And what I have found is often when children get hurt and it's clear it's not like a broken bone or something serious, if you're like, wow, that was awesome, or you like, you have to make sure that when you're laughing with them, not at them, because laughing at them will make them feel worse. But if you laugh with them, or you are like, wow, you're so tough that fall didn't even faze you, they often won't realize that they should cry or complain about an injury unless sort of instructed by others, is I guess what I'm trying to say. So a lot of children will, you know, if the injury's not so serious, they will react a lot less to it if you're just like, dude, what a spill, like that was incredible, and just not act injured. And it was something that, there you go again, shooting up my neighborhood, dude. Come on, man. People live, well, all right, people don't live here. Person lives here. Thank you for watching Project Zomboid, which originally aired live on Twitch. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream, Rhadamant.com has all the information you need, like links to Twitch, links to Discord, my countdown timers for upcoming streams, and a schedule for all of the videos that will release on YouTube. Thank you so very much for watching. I'll catch you next episode. Farewell.